Hey, Space Watchers, and welcome back to our Space Nuggets of the Week. This week, a major joint statement has been released by three key UN agencies: the International Telecommunication Union, ITU, the International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, and the International Maritime Organization, IMO, signaling a unified high-level call to action to protect the radio navigation satellite services, or RNSS. And thanks to NASA's graphic that you see here in the backdrop, RNSS is not just another technical acronym. It is the bedrock of positioning, navigation, and timing, or PNT, that underpins modern life. From global telecommunications to international aviation, and from shipping routes to banking transactions, RNSS is the invisible infrastructure orchestrating movements, precision, and security. It includes systems like GPS, Galileo, GLONASS, and Baidu, and is increasingly under threat. This joint statement, signed by the Secretary Generals of all three UN bodies, warns about the growing danger of jamming and spoofing, forms of deliberate or accidental interference that can degrade or completely deny satellite navigation signals. This isn't theoretical, it's already happening. Incidents of interference have been reported in conflict zones, ports, and even over international airspace. So, what does this joint call to action mean? And why does it matter now? The statement outlines 5 specific actions member states are being urged to implement. First, prevent harmful transmissions. Countries must take legal and technical steps to stop radio emissions that interfere with RNSS signals, whether intentionally or accidentally. Second, reinforce system resilience. Infrastructure that relies on satellite navigation, like aircraft systems, maritime routes, and telecom networks, must be hardened against signal disruptions. Third, retain conventional backup systems. This is a reminder not to abandon traditional navigation tools like radar, inertial systems, or terrestrial radio beacons, which can serve as fallbacks in case of satellite signal loss. Fourth, enhance cross-sector collaboration. Defense, telecom regulators, aviation authorities, and maritime agencies need to break down silos and work together. Interference doesn't respect jurisdictional boundaries. Fifth, report and investigate interference. Member states should establish protocols to report harmful interference to the appropriate authorities, including the ITU Radio Communications Bureau. The implications? They are wide-reaching. This statement is more than just a bureaucratic checkbox. It's a strategic alert. It recognizes that PNT systems are now critical infrastructure on par with energy grids and water systems. In a geopolitical context marked by increased electronic warfare, gray zone tactics, and growing reliance on automation, protection RNSS is now a matter of national and international security. For civil aviation, this could mean enhancing GNSS contingency procedures and revisiting pilot trainings for degraded environments. In maritime operations, port authorities might look to integrate spoofing detection systems and build hybrid navigation capabilities. Telecom providers, often overlooked in these discussions, might face new obligations to report or mitigate timing anomalies that affect synchronization across networks. Finally, this joint statement strengthens the legal and diplomatic framework for countries to hold actors accountable for harmful interference, a step forward protecting the integrity of the space-based service we all rely on. As jamming and spoofing threats escalate, this rare trilateral statement sends a clear message. Navigation systems are no longer optional conveniences. They are mission-critical and they must be defended. Earlier this week, I recorded a SpaceWatch.Global Insights with Professor Christian Arbinger of Dymer's Operations on the questions of, are our signals good enough for car autonomy? This goes hand in hand with the statement discussed above. What is your view on that issue? See you next week. Space Watch out.